Welcome back to the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Border, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And I'd like to let you know first that today's episode is sponsored by Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose energy, strength, and the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. I'd like to first start off by saying thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. I think you'll find it interesting and I hope helpful in living a longer, healthier life. Just a little bit of housekeeping. If you want to get a transcript or a timestamp of today's episode, you can head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page where it says podcast. Click on there and you can get a copy of any of our 251 broadcasts. You can also see or listen to this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. And one last note, we have now been in business for 25 years, and we are running a special for that event, $25 for 25 days. So if you've never worked with a trainer before or with a coach, you wondered how we've survived for 25 years, what goes on in that little space in the corner of the building in Burlington, head on over and give us a try for $25. And I'm sure in 25 days, we can show you some type of improvement towards the goals that whatever you're trying to accomplish, sleeping better, whatever it might be, we can get going in the right direction for just $25. So check it out. So today's broadcast, we have a really special topic, one that I think is very interesting and leads more research on it. So here it is. See the potential risk between muscle mass and cognitive function. So today we have an exciting and thought-provoking topic to discuss. Can there be a causal link between skeletal muscle mass and cognitive decline? We know how important muscle is for our function as we age, but how does it relate to our cognitive decline? It's a question that intertwines our bodies and minds in unexpected ways. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's delve into the research together. To understand the potential relationship between muscle mass and cognitive function, let's start with some background information. Skeletal muscle, as many of you know, is the muscle tissue responsible for our voluntary movements. It's what powered our physical strength and mobility. But recent studies have suggested that skeletal muscle might have a more profound impact on our overall health than we previously believed. Research has revealed that muscle isn't just critical for physical health. It might also play a vital role in our cognitive abilities, especially as we age. Some studies have observed that older adults with lower muscle mass are more likely to experience cognitive decline over time. But here's the question. Is this merely a correlation, or could there be a cause and effect relationship at play? Let's dive into the research and explore further. Keep in mind, while examining research, it's important to understand the difference between correlation and cause and effect relationship. So let's break down these two concepts. Correlation refers to a statistical relationship between two variables. When two variables are correlated, it means that changes in one variable are associated with changes in the other variable. So correlation does not imply causation, meaning that just because two variables are correlated does not mean that one variable directly causes the other to change. Correlation can be positive, both variables increase or decrease together, or negative, as one variable increases, the other decreases. The flip side, cause and effect relationship. It's also known as causal relationship. It goes beyond correlation. It suggests that changes in one variable directly cause changes in the other variable. In a cause and effect relationship, one variable is the cause and the other variable is the effect. Establishing causality requires more vigorous evidence, such as well-designed experiments or longitudinal studies that account for other potential factors and provide a clear temporal sequence. In research, it's critical to differentiate between correlation and causation. While correlation can indicate a relationship between variables, it does not necessarily provide that one variable causes the other to change. Establishing causality requires additional evidence, such as experimental manipulation, randomization, or careful controlled studies to eliminate alternative explanations. Researchers often conduct studies to explore correlations between variables, as these correlations can provide valuable insight and guide further investigations. However, caution must be exercised when interpreting correlations, as they can be influenced by confounding factors or coincidental relationships. To establish a cause and effect relationship, researchers need to conduct further studies, including experimental designs or carefully controlling observational studies to gather more conclusive evidence. So correlation refers to a statistical relationship between variables, while cause and effect relationship suggests that changes in one variable directly cause changes in another. It's essential to consider the limitations of correlation studies and seek additional evidence to establish causation. So what we're talking about today is we are talking about correlations, not cause and effect. Again, it's difficult to get cause and effect relationships confirmed by science, but today we're talking about correlations. So one study published in the Journal of American Geriatric Society followed a large cohort of older adults over several years. The research discovered that the individuals with lower muscle mass at the beginning of the study had a higher risk of development of cognitive impairment later on. These findings suggest that muscle mass loss might be a contributing factor to cognitive decline. However, it's important to note that the study design doesn't definitively establish causality. It's just a correlation there. We have another study conducted by the research at the University of California, Los Angeles, sought to investigate the relationship between muscle mass and brain health more directly. They used magnetized resonance imaging, so MRIs, to measure both muscle mass and brain volume in a group of older adults. These results were fascinating. They found that individuals with higher muscle mass had higher brain volumes, particularly in regions associated with memory and cognitive function. These findings imply that maintaining muscle mass might be a protective effect on the brain. How does muscle mass potentially influence cognitive function, you say? Well, there's several hypotheses that have been put forward by researchers. One theory suggests that muscle mass produces and releases certain molecules called mitochondria, which might have a positive impact on brain health. These mitochondria could promote the growth of new neurons and enhance the connections between existing ones. Additionally, muscle mass might also influence the levels of certain hormones, such as insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, which have been shown to support brain function. So we'll dig in a little bit deeper here. We're going to see a little bit more correlation, right? Now, it's critical to keep in mind that research in this field is still emerging, like in most fields, and many questions remain unanswered. While there are promising correlations and hypotheses, further studies are needed to establish a clear causal link between muscle mass loss and cognitive decline. I know personally, I want to do everything I can possible to continue to stop slow cognitive decline. It's another reason why we need to do some strength training. Longitudinal studies that follow individuals over time and interventional studies that assesses the effects of muscle building interventions on cognitive function will be critical in shedding more light on this intriguing topic. The research holds immense promise, and there is indeed a causal link. If there's indeed a causal link, it opens up exciting avenues for interventions that could potentially prevent or mitigate cognitive decline, something I'm sure we all want. So what can we do in the meantime to support both our muscle mass and our brain health? Well, as you might imagine, I'm going to talk about exercise a little bit. Regular physical exercise, particularly strength training, has been consistently shown to be beneficial for both muscle health and cognitive function. Engaging in activities that challenge our muscles, whether it's weight training, resistance training, body weight training, not only helps maintain muscle mass, but it also has a positive effect on our brains. Let's not forget the nutrition component. We need to fuel the body correctly to build and maintain muscle mass. A balanced diet rich of lean proteins, whole grains, fruits, and veggies can provide the necessary nutrients to support muscle growth and overall brain function. Other lifestyle components to consider are adequate sleep, stress management, and maintaining social connection all play important roles in maintaining both our physical and mental well-being. Now, let's take a moment to address a common concern. Some individuals might wonder if it's too late to build muscle and whether they've missed the window of opportunity for maintaining cognitive function. Well, the good news is that it's never too late to start. Research has shown that even older adults can benefit from strength training and experience improvements in muscle mass and cognitive function. So regardless of your age, incorporating regular exercise into your routine can make a significant difference. One study that caught my attention was published in the Journal of Aging and Neuroscience. The researchers conducted a randomized control trial where older adults engaged in a 12-week resistance training program. They found that participants who gained muscle mass during the program also experienced a significant improvement in cognitive function, specifically in memory and attention tasks. This study provides further support for the idea that building muscle can positively impact cognitive function. I find this fascinating. It's incredible to see the potential benefits that resistance training can have over cognitive function. It's not just about having big muscles. There are several exciting areas of research underway. One intriguing avenue is exploring the mechanics by which muscle and brain communicate. Researchers are investigating the role of various signaling molecules, such as the mitochondria and hormones, in this communication process. Additionally, studies are being conducted to determine the optimal exercise prescription for maximizing both muscle and brain health. These studies aim to identify the most effective types, intensities, and durations of exercise for maintaining and improving cognitive function. We aren't sure what the maximum prescription or the optimal exercise prescription is, but we know right now that an adult over 50 needs to get into some type of strength training program twice a week. You need to be doing anywhere from 6 to 15 reps, even 20 reps. You need to be making 1 to 3 sets. We need to make sure the muscles are getting tired. We need to make sure we have enough rest between sets and between exercise programs. It's exciting to see the progress being made in this field and the overall potential it holds for our physical and mental well-being. If you're having difficulty figuring out how to do strength training, or you're worried you haven't done it in a long time, or you have some contraindications to exercise, like you might have high blood pressure, you might have diabetes, you might have a joint issue, shoulder, knee, or back, click on a button, give me a ring, set up a call. I'd be more than happy to sit and chat with you for half an hour or so to help you figure it all out. Head on over to Y.E.S Fitness. We do a great job down there helping people 40 plus get fit, feel younger, and live better. There's really no reason not to get this done. Whether it's in our facility, we train people remotely. If you want to just pick up my book, pick up a program on how to do this, you check out the links. They're all there. But it doesn't need to be that much. And we've been doing this for many, many years. And I know that we can help. Well, that brings me to the end of today's episode. We've explored the research surrounding the potential causal link between skeletal muscle loss and cognitive decline, something that none of us wants. While the studies are promising, we must remain cautious and await further research to draw definitive conclusions. Nonetheless, taking care of our bodies through exercise, nutrition, and lifestyle habits is always a wise choice. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found the discussion informative and thought-provoking. Until next time, when I'll bring you more information on how to get fit, feel younger, live better, enjoy your day.